talisman named Manum's Soul Drinker. Once again, if I go to Warden Indrix, where will I find him again? South of the village, there is a river that runs eastwardly into the jungle. Follow it into the Goatfolk village, and there you will find Manum. So we need to follow the river eastwardly. Let's try this again. Once again, we are a pretty heavily psychic glimmered up Esper with disintegration, force, bubble, light manipulation, stunning force, and beguiling. I have a white ape who's beguiled with me right now. Decent strength, pretty good agility, pretty high ego, and pretty high willpower and intelligence. We're going down the Tinker tract. I'm good at, that's a, wait. Oh, I was gonna say, why is there a pig here that's not attacking me? It's because it's a worshiper of the giant monkey god. Oh, noted. We are currently actually tasked with Bethesda Susa, but I'm too lazy. Why do people keep asking about that? This is the graphics overhaul for Caves of Qud. This is the UI for Caves of Qud. I mean, so, okay. If I... Okay, hold on. What's the actual old UI? It bewilders me that people ask that question. So that's what the old modern UI elements, okay, and then tile set. Disable tiles, I think. This is what the game used to look like. When I bought it. So this is the new UI for Caves of Qud. Which, by the way, I missed this old UI. Now I need to find it again to, like, re-enable it. Ironically, I only know how to get into DevTools in this UI. The minimal overhaul approach? I mean, no, they're staying true to the game's style. I think that the user interface for this game is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's also completely controller supported already. Like, what more do you want them to do with it? Might be up at the top. Oh, there it is. Enable modern UI elements. And... Sweet. But no, this is the modern UI for this game. It's completely clickable, almost supported, works with your controller too if you are weird like that and want to use a controller. They just shot at me. But no, it's a traditional roguelike, so... Thus it looks like a traditional roguelike. I'm sad that the beetle has nothing to trade. But yeah, I don't know. You're not the first person to ask that, and that will forever perplex the ever-living hell out of me. That people keep asking if, just because Kitfox is publishing this game, if it's going to get a UI overhaul. It's like, this is the UI overhaul. Very massive question mark for me. If anything, I miss the old UI for it because I think in some ways it's better. But I digress. And the tile set for this game is absolutely gorgeous and does not need any kind of remaking. A seed or a sower over there. Wait, are you suggesting that there are people who don't realize that adventure mode exists already? Okay, well, that's a pretty inane take. Need to wait till healed. Ow. Oof. Well, you hit the tree instead of me. Okay, I need to wait until daytime so I can see. Which is signified by up here. It's nighttime right now. The companion, the albino ape, was killed by a goat folk sower, so I basically can't fight now. Wondering how I was aware of that. Great salt back. Whoa! Well, I found a Dromad caravan, but also I am frozen. Okay, well, I'm going to turn on my force bubble and wait until I'm no longer frozen solid. It appears that the goat folk are fighting with the Dromads. I really hope that the Dromads are winning. Okay, well, I can escape now. I think I can say pretty safely. Yeah, I need to get out of here. Who are you? This is Ra Clovenhorn, Goatfolk Shaman of Clan Ur. It was loved by Goatfolk, hated by the family of Glacier and Platinum for eavesdropping on their secret ceremonies, admired by the villagers of UNEP for attending their funeral as for their leader, and disliked by the Seekers of the Sightless Way for touching one of their villagers. Well, let's vamoose out of there. I do actually know where I need to be. It's up here. This is closer along the lines of where I was headed. Yeah, I don't know. I think Dwarf Fortress is like at this point of mainstreamness where we're getting speculation, which is a good thing. It means people are like excited about the game, right? But the reason it's excruciatingly stupid is because a lot of that speculation is often very fucking wrong. And because you have people speculating about things that they have no idea about a game that largely they have no idea about, just based on the minimum possible information, you get some really strange questions. Which really isn't anybody in particular's fault. It just simply shows that, like, people aren't that aware, I guess, of what's actually going on. Also, your opinion isn't wrong. If you don't like the way this game looks, that's fine. Between two spaces. I just think it's interesting that people don't realize that this is the rebuilt UI. No, as far as I can tell, when it comes to Kitfox in this game, the only thing that they're really doing is they're going to help them with marketing towards launch. Like, it's a very, very minimal relationship, which is, I think, why they're going with Kit Fox, is because Kit Fox doesn't fuck with them and just lets them do whatever they want. Which is largely the same with Caves of Qud, which was largely the same as Dwarf Fortress. Okay, so there is our first hut right here. So we found the... We found bloodstained goatskin parchment. Chat room, can I get a round of beers if you're listening to the stream right now? We're gonna read some lore. Now I confer upon myself sovereignty over the artifice of language, that the other may possess sight of the path along which I lead my thralls. Toward Amaranth, O deathless city, whence my cloven-hoofed children dream themselves into being. Here Manum, their benefice... I know what that word is, but I can't say it out loud for some reason. Father who is wrought of his own dream stuff. Amaranthine Manum, Amaranthine Father, Amaranthine Dream, inscrutable ramblings, yet feast upon goat hearts. We're gonna take that. Take the copper nugget and the folded arrow. That's a corpse, and I am now overburdened. What's that? Goldfolk corpse. A Goldfolk corpse and just blood. Salty blood. Okay. Got more of these little guys. Fortunately, they aren't too much of a threat. We have Monkey to help. Taking some damage, though. Probably run back. Apparently there's a campfire. Oh, there's campfire remains here, so I can quickly cook from a recipe. We're going to go for that, which just gives us the HP boost. I like how I have campfire just, like, in a puddle. Yeah, I can't read words phonetically. It's a problem I've had my entire life. Doesn't matter how well you write it out, I will not be able to comprehend it. Oh yeah, also, I have a minigun. Okay, so I do actually have to go this way. Unless it's up, which I doubt it. Yeah, okay. Stuttering? No, I've never been able to do it. It's hard to explain. But no, I don't have a stutter. Fucking seed sower. Did my monkey win? Monkey got him. Oh, got him. At least those guys die real quick. Monkey is friendly. That isn't. Well, I'm gonna back up. Because I refuse to go anywhere near that. That stuff hurts. Kind of amazed my monkey didn't just die. My monkey's got itchy skin, so my monkey is becoming a friend to fungi. I feel like I should be heading north. Not this way. Who likes you? Because you're a legendary creature. Disliked by the Fellowship of Wardens for tricking them into sharing their fresh water, and disliked by Marathmites for leading a raiding party on one of their camps. Well, that's good. Killing you is a net positive for me. Stay thirsty. Live and drink. Cud goes pretty good so far. Robots, it's fine. Villagers there like me. The Fellowship of Wardens like me more. That's very valuable. Reputation with the Barathamites has gone up as well. Is this asphalt? Yes, it is. Why is there melted asphalt here? Walk away from that area. That area seems scary. But I'm trying to find Manam's Soul Drinker, and it's not working. That's what's currently happening. It's like I did find the beginning of this quest. Oof. Quit grenading around me. Scary son of a bitch. Kind of build? This is an Esper build. Eh, boy. You can be beguiled by me. Feel kind of bad about that ape. Poor bastard. Yurt Warden. Really not a huge fan of, like, getting blasted to death by a rifle. Frankly. Let's heal up. But currently we, you know, that's our list of abilities if you're curious. Like getting blasted by a rifle? Yeah. Was Truekin Axeman? I always found Truekins to be really, really easy in not a good way, because you start off really, like, the difference between Truekin and mutants, from my experience, is Truekins start off really strong, and so it's a very easy start, but they don't scale very well. They scale very slowly, and, like, it's a very flat curve, whereas mutants kind of start really low and then suddenly do this, and once you get going as a mutant, it's a lot easier. Yeah, Psychic Glimmer means occasionally intergalactic time Nazis show up and try to insta-give me. But usually it doesn't work, because I got plenty of get-out-of-jail-free cards. They're generally not super effective at that. Like, I'm convinced this is where the town should be, because I did find this, which is, like, part 1 of the town. So that would imply that it would be north of here. Or alternatively, just south of here, but I haven't found either of those so far. looking at, like, the quest lists on the... Travel to the Goat Folk Village. How far have I made it? I've seen credits, but I haven't seen this region. So it was before this region was added? But I appreciate the spoiler concern. This particular quest is just weird because it's like currently seemingly infested with a fungal zone. Also, I found a wax sweep. That's useful. But I found this fungus zone, which seems to be right where the village is supposed to be, which is a bit of a pain in the dick. Oh yeah, no, and I haven't made it that far in a while. Oh boy, that's kind of terrifying. Seems like a good way to die. Have fun, bud. Well, I found it. It took a little bit of finagling. Let me just run back here and cook a mouth-watering meal real fast. Choose ingredients to cook with. Let's say goat jerky, dried law petals, and boar jerky. Why not? Whenever you take damage, there's a 8 to 10% chance you become immune to fear for 6 hours. Plus 10, you can use Intimidate. Ooh. Whenever you eat a dead root or law petal, let's do this. I now can use Intimidate for the day. Also, ads are about to run, so I'm just going to run those, and then we're going to do this fight, or try to do this fight. But yeah, I've seen credits, and then fucked around for a bunch. But realistically, I don't know if I would make it that far again without, not save scumming, but like turning saving back on. Because that shit's a bit of a grind. I don't know if I want to do that again. Unless I just try and over-level every zone. Because I do know how to get through most of them. At least approximately. I have an idea. General idea of what I'm doing for most of the areas. But I don't know. I also follow Brian on Twitter and Mastodon and other social platforms. So every now and again I see screenshots of super late game shit. This is permanent death. Because I'm not a pansy. I like it when my games step on me, as I say. Which we might die here. I don't know. Soul Drinker can be kind of tough. Depending. All right, chat. Are we ready to go fight the Goat Lord? Cool. Ow. Okay, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm just gonna walk up here and heal a little bit. And just start shooting. So anyway, I started blasting. Where'd he go?
Over here, he has a sword.
Possibly. Hi, Devilish. What are you attacking? Oh. Who's winning? Oh, they're both injured. Sorry, I gotta walk around so I can start blasting. There we go. Let's heal up again. Haven't played this since last year. Yeah, last year was a bit of a bit of time ago now. That was a misclick. I don't know why my lights turned off. Time to turn my ambient light back on. Let's wait until morning. I don't like the seed sowers at all. Whew. Let's do a thing. Oh, well done there. Well done to that lad, just like, you know, locking himself in there. Let's give you... Oh man, not quite close enough. Dang it. Ow. There we go. Got him dead. I swell with inspiration to cook a mouth-watering meal. Ain't that lovely? I don't want to friendly fire my friend. Let's walk back up here and heal again. Let's do just a big ol' stunning force. It's like the shining force, but much more stunning. And I need to reload. Guy dead. I don't really need any of this. To heal. Strange plant. The sower's seed. Flaming carbide battle axe. That's fancy. Uses a solar fuel cell. That means it automatically recharges. But yeah, I really enjoy the power curve on Esper builds. They're a lot of fun. They're one of the few builds that I do where it's like I can actually like understand the logic behind this particular build. Let's try this Intimidate. Yeah, I know he's overwhelmed with terror, so he runs away. Or tried to. Works so hot for him. Just auto-explodes there. Cheers, Drake. Glad you've been enjoying it. How far have you made it? What kind of character are you trying to build? Oh no, Bastet, that sucks. The power doesn't lose itself again. I'll say this just looks like normal outside again. Let's follow pathway this way, maybe? No. The weirdest location for this quest I've ever seen. You're doing mutants? Gotcha. I'm planning on doing some detailed tutorials for the early dungeons. Just probably gonna wait until, I don't know, maybe a month from now or so. Okay, this is very confusing. Very, very confusing. Just an average goat folk bully. Don't like sower seeds. Let's heal back up. Oh. Well, shit. Let's heal up again. As long as my force bubble is off cooldown, we're relatively safe. Oh, for fuck. What are you equipped with? Well, so why isn't your name Manom? I can't say I've ever seen him with a different name. A braid of roasted frog skin stretches taut over swollen pectorals and fastens a satchel to her hip. Her hooves are stained with unclassified mixture of blood, spittle, and flies from her bleating mouth into a tuft of scraggle chin hair. That's spooky. All right, so that's who we're trying to kill. They've got the thing on. Right. So we're gonna stunning force. Are you stunned? No. Right, well now you're right next to me, so that's bad. I'm gonna turn on my force bubble. And you're bonded. Well, that's bad. I need to knock you backwards. Could use disintegrate, but that might just kill me. Oh, did the camera break again? Fuck. Hold on a sec. Thanks for letting me know. There we go. So I need to knock him backwards, which is the scary bit. Could just use disintegrate. I'm not going to be able to beguile him. Because if I try to move... Oh, that worked, actually. I wasn't sure if moving would break the split or not, so I can just start shooting. I'm going to reload. And I'm going to use disintegrate. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to start shooting again. He's wounded. Badly wounded. We got him. So we're now despised by gold folk. Can I get a round of beers? Success. We completed the quest. We've killed Manom's Soul Drinker, I assume. We dropped this. Light obfuscating lens. I'm gonna get. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm very confused about this whole situation. I assume that wasn't them because, like, they did have the term soul drinker, but maybe they were just, like, somebody who's hanging out with Manom and not actually Manom. I'm gonna just walk this way a ways. My health dropped below 40%. That's bad. Oh yeah. Still trying to find this quest location. But I, True Freak. Hope your day is going well. Getting shot at. Through the trees. Like fighting the fucking Viet Cong. Tree just tried to send me 6 feet under. I feel like they do that from time to time. Almost worked, too. That's a ice frog. Go back to developing Dota there. Yeah, I'm very confused as to where the hell... I'm not going to answer that question. You can look that up on the wiki if you want. Deller. Oop. God damn. Like, actually, where the hell is this person? This is the hardest time I've ever had finishing this quest because this village seems broken. Normally I just kill it. Like I just walk to the location and then it's done. Let's go Stunning Force. Alright. Go back to exploring. Yeah, it's not here. How many zones have we explored around this stupid town? Because I found the village. I found a follower of Soul Drinker. I haven't found Soul Drinker yet, specifically. Let me just tell you this, especially if you're new to the game, taking the defects, it's kind of like intentionally making the game harder. They might seem minor on the outside, but they can and will end your run. So, it's kind of like skulls in Halo. You know, it's like, do you want to directly make the game harder for yourself? Because if so, go nuts. If you're not trying to make the game harder for yourself, don't take them. Trust me, the early game benefits are literally not worth any of those debuffs. Oh no, my companion died. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess maybe one north of here? Also, chat room, I always feel like I need to say this when streaming this game for some reason. But if you're watching right now and you enjoy Caves of Qud streams, please keep the chat moving as much as possible. Because a quiet chat means people stop watching and people tune out. Oh no, I just attacked a beetle. So if you want to help this channel out, keep the chat moving. Because for some reason, chat always dies when I play this game. Every single time, without fail. So if you enjoy Caves of Qud streams as much as you all pretend to, put your typing where your mouth is. I know there's people who are always like, I don't know what's going on when you're watching this game. That's fine. We can still keep chat moving. Because I, on average, make about 5% of the revenue while playing this game versus Dwarf Fort. True fact. About that. Like, on an average Dwarf Fort stream, I'll make, like, $80 after taxes. An average Caves of Qud stream, I make, like, 8 to 10 tops. While traveling alone through the Rust Wells, Rusef came across a trove of glowing stars in a bottle. From that day forth, he always kept some stardust on his person. I haven't found that one in a while. Also found this. After treating with cannibals, Deduct convinced them to help her found a hermitage in the Cook's monarchy of Savmore for the purpose of chanting the devotion of inkwells. Cannibals? Go to dinner with cannibals? I think it's just this. But is that adjusted to the greater? No, there's a reason I don't play Caves of Qud very often on stream. Like, there's a reason I don't. It's because chat is, like, it's one of my lowest chat interaction games, period. And chat interaction equals lower view counts. And also, it's one of my lowest viewed games that I stream actively. So as far as I can tell, it's basically just bad for my channel in, like, every way. A skunk fighting with something? So, no, I'm talking about historical average stats. It's bad for money, it's bad for follows, it's bad for views, it's bad for literally everything. I keep playing it because I like it, and people keep asking me to play it. But according to Sully Gnome and other stat tracking services that I use, it is the worst game for streaming that I stream actively. I mean, they've ported it to tablet. I don't think those versions are out, though. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to give up on finding this guy. The goat has escaped. Yeah, that's not too surprising. Let's put myself in a bubble. Get him, monkey. Let's beguile you. Assuming the sower is dead. Yep, the sower is dead. Yeah, people always insist that they like this game, but the stats very much say otherwise. There's many reasons why I've taken, like, basically a year off of streaming this game at a time. But, whatever. I will change the subject now, because nobody likes listening to me bitch. It's my fault for not playing popular games. No, my albino ape friend died. To a bloody goat folk bully. Like, I got into an argument with another streamer. I won't say where so you guys don't go looking, but I got into an argument with another streamer once about how it's a good thing that non-traditional rogue-like or run-based games, I suppose. He says it's a good thing. Oh. I found it? Or am I just getting stalked? I might just be getting stalked. But he says it's a good thing that there are games that call themselves roguelikes that aren't even remotely close to traditional roguelikes. Oh. That's the vast mind. It's a psychic thrall. But the reason he says it's a good thing is he says, well, the reason they're taking off more than traditional roguelikes are is people actually like watching them. It's like, no, people like watching these types of games. I just think that the vast majority, like this game right now suffers from the problem that Dwarf Fortress did pre-launch, where nobody realizes that it exists and nobody looks for streams because nobody assumes people will stream it because nobody streams them. So if nobody streams them, then people don't realize that they want to watch them. Can I kill you? Yes, I can. And there's a worker ant. Ah, that's probably the one that I was supposed to kill. Psychic Glimmer was trying to kill me. So I don't know. Playing this game is a constant act of frustration for me. Howdy, Corn. How's things, dude? I'm famished. Well. Oh, God. I mean, it's Wednesday here, but hopefully the chronic plane flare-ups sort themselves sooner rather than later. That's awful. Yeah, I don't know. I'm about to give up finding this dude. I'm starting to think the game just didn't generate the village for it. Like, there's definitely various goat folks everywhere. Gonna beguile you. Wednesday here, at least. Not everywhere. Like, I don't think I've ever had the game misspawn this quest before. I'm convinced it's just me being a doofus, but... Let's stunning force this guy. Receiving a phone call that I should probably pick up. Oh, back in a sec. rather than fixing the 12-year-old stove in my apartment, my landlord has opted to just simply buy me a new stove. So that was in regards to the stove delivery. So I get a new stove on Tuesday. That's exciting. Also, shout-outs to my landlord, I suppose. Because, like, it's had a burner that's, like, been burned out for, ooh, like, I don't know, 3 years maybe? And I've been trying to get, like, a new burner installed forever. But it's, like, it's just one burner, so it's not like it's actually causing me any grief or a real annoyance. It's, like, kind of a minor annoyance at best. Kind of deal. Let's reload the gun. You know, your friend, not you. But I was like, I think I recognize this number. So. No, I like, my landlord is great. Like, they apologized for raising my rent. Which is, by the way, a first. They're just like, so, like, yeah, you could have for another year, but we're gonna raise your rent by an additional 2%. So, like, $30. And I was just like, okay. Because I like to, like, get year-long leases instead of, like, 6-month leases or 1 month, month-to-month lease. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, we'll agree to another 1-year lease if instead of, we raise it by an additional 2%, and on top of the 2% we just raised it. I was like, okay. So, like, 4%? Yeah, that's fine. Because, like, everybody else is getting, like 20% raises and such. So I basically refuse to let them do that by just getting year leases instead of month-long leases. But what's up, Myrathy? Good to see you. Just waiting for these ads to roll through. That up so people know. You're getting a new toilet? Woo! Shoutouts to new toilet. Most likely genuinely cheaper to replace the stove outright. Oh, definitely. I mean, I actually saw, I don't know if they intended to tag me into the email, but they CC'd me the email about the new stove, and it's like, the new stove was $800, so it's like not ludicrously expensive, but not cheap. And I remember like looking at the cost for the part that needs to be replaced, because the whole element needs to be replaced, and it was something like 5 something including labor to get a new element. Because I was curious and I took the thing apart and looked at it. Because I'm that kind of person. Ah, absolutely an Esper. Yes, I can show you the build if you like, since we're in ad break anyway. There you go. No, I need to go. I need to look at it. I couldn't tell you what type of stove it was. Samsung 30 SS electric range with convection and air fry. Model NE63A6511SR. Whatever that is. I'm gonna Google that. I mean, the current one I have is an electric range, but it's the one I have right now is a different brand. Now I'm just curious. I want to know what the thing looks like. Very similar to the one I currently have. Except it has an extra burner. I beg your pardon. Yeah, it has one more burner than mine currently has. That's kind of funny. No, Glimmer keeps rising. Glimmer is not quite a death clock, but it's like a you have to be careful. Although the dudes that attack me with Glimmer right now are not super scary. Still trying to find this stupid friggin' town. Well, I found a wine weep. You guys want some free wine? Thank you, friendly mushroom. Everybody likes the wine that the mushrooms dump out. All right, 64 drams of wine. Shit. Flex weaved mail. A wrist calculator. A fungicide grenade. No. Well, I just got caught in mushroom spores. Guess we'll find out in a little bit if I get itchy skin. That's mildly terrifying. The town that we discovered was all the way down here. And I cleared everything in here. Let's go 2 more layers down. 2 more tiles down, maybe? 3 more tiles down. Here's another road. Suppose I could follow the road, but like... I should have found the town by... To anybody who's finished the quest, what the fuck? Why is... Where... I acknowledge I'm just walking in circles, but why haven't I found this fucking thing yet? You're a baked bean for this, so you'll add my excitement. What kind of baked bean? Is this a you're making good food kind of baked bean, or baked bean is in like, man, that was a nice bowl? Following this road. Oi, that's an angry kitty. Pumas are terrifying. Hope that was scary. What's up, Cormacker? Well, it's good to know that you two are 2 beans in a pod. I don't think those are beans anymore if they're in a pod, though. It's peas that sit in pods, beans... What do beans sit in? Because I know that beans come out of like a pod-like thing. Okay, so that's the cliff faces. That means I've gone too far. Gah! What the fuck? Just killing stuff, alright, I mean... Still think it's... You think it's a pod? Do I have itchy skin? No, I don't have itchy skin. Okay, sweet. I'm not becoming a fungus man. Not yet. You know, I'd be significantly less confused if there wasn't mushrooms everywhere. Would it be bad to be a fungus man? Oh, there's positives and negatives. I don't really want to be a fungus man. Have you ever played this, Core? Huh? Just try following the river more then. This has never been how I've found this village before. It usually, like, I run into that first bit and then it's just kind of there generally. I'm gonna follow this river until the biome shifts. Ah! Angry kitty. If you kill my friend, I'ma beguile you. Never mind, friend one. I would never have left you out to die. Silly goat folk person. Okay, I don't want to friendly fire him. There you go. Alright, so there's smoke on this map, so something's burning. As far as what? Flagafino. Ow. Also ow. Well, my goat folk bully died. I'm a stunning force. Okay, let's rest until healed. I'm going to preserve my fresh food and let's say goat jerky and star apple jam. Whenever you drop below 20% health, you stop bleeding. Saves versus bleeding. Let's do that. Hey, you. Be my friend. I'm gonna beguile you. Can't cope with the art direction. Oh, there we go. Finally fucking found it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think you're alone there in regards to not being able to cope with the art direction. I think that's a bloody shame. It makes me feel similarly to how I feel about Classic Dwarf Fortress, where it's like, I just wish people would give it a shot. There's a lot of people who I think are just going to write this game off by default because they feel they can't cope with the art direction. In reality, you very much probably can. It's just a matter of putting the time in. And I genuinely believe most people will never put the time in. Okay, now that the sun's up, I have better line of sight, or rather we're at sunrise. Well, we found him. Ah, there is baddie that I need to kill. Manum Soul Drinker. This person. Manum stands nearly a head taller than his kin and broader at the shoulders, and great tufts of blood-matted hair, some of which is braided tassel out from his head and chin, and his tattered crimson headdress hangs from one of his colossal horns in his long swaths on his bare chest. The fur is scorched with skin flayed. His bare chest, the fur is scorched and the skin is flayed, and he wears a sarong wrapped about his waist, and its wool fibers sodden with foul, inky liquid. And his face is a vision of madness, at once countenance of rapturous chrome, a child in fright. There he is. Boreas says hi, he doing okay? Well, that's good to know. It's exploding over there. Angry plants, mostly. Red Death Decas. Those are kind of scary. I need to actually back away from those. Well, I just killed my friend. Which means I can stunning force. Let's hit Manum. No, let's beguile you. It appears that my new ape friend just leveled up. I didn't even fucking see that. I might be dead. Well, I'm on fire. Well, there's that. I wish I saw that appear. I burned to death, I think. Rest in peace, Kid Quddy. You had a stinger? He hit me with his life drain, yeah. So what happened after my health dropped below 40%? I remain... Oh, I see. The explosion stunned me. And then he hit me for 6 times 36 damage. The irritable palm killed me. I died to a tree. 6 times 38 damage. Shit. Ow. Well, that was pain. You need to get a jump lending fourth to the $5 old... Leading to a fourth $5 old fashioned. That's a very cheap old fashioned. Holy shit. There he is. Well, I certainly don't have time to start another run. Found 20 layers. We named 1 item. What was the most valuable item I had? It's the wrist calculator. Yeah, it's not bad for $5. I think the cheapest I've ever seen in old-fashioned is 12, and it's barely drinkable. All right, well, that's Qud. And we didn't reach that goal that I wagered you guys with earlier. Well, I guess that's the stream, lads. Qud is a lot of fun. I think what actually ended up happening there was that zone was completely covered with something, as well as that mushroom area, which had a bunch of out of level enemies, which I just wasn't expecting. I mean, the last resub was 4 hours ago, Elfie Bean. Like, yeah, no, it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. Admittedly, it was quite a high request, but yeah, it is what it is, and it was a very slow day. We'll see you later, Darius. Thanks for the dollar at the end there, but you know, is what it is. But I always have a number in my head of like a minimum amount of money I want to make for a stream to be like worth it. I haven't made that yet this month. That's not true. I made it one day when people went a little bananas, but is what it is. Anyway, let's go find somebody to raid, and I've got to go work on YouTube content.